In this video, I'm going to show you the secret on how to manifest in these trying times of 2020 with ease and simplicity so you can relax and enjoy your life. Ready? Here we go. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and hit the bell notification for future videos on the law of attraction to get your well-being at its optimum. Also, check out my Facebook and Instagram page at Divine Alchemy 1111, where I help you create the reality that you want. And now, back to the video. Hello, and welcome back to another episode of Divine Alchemy, where I help you create the reality that you want with simplicity. My name is Jason. Thank you very much for joining me. So in this episode, I'm going to be discussing some of the secrets on what I do to get manifesting with more ease and speed, and most importantly, by keeping it very simple. Now, I know that there's a lot of books out there, a lot of tools that are on the internet, a lot of videos and all that, and a lot of those things are great, and it's a bunch of great knowledge. But however, people have a tendency to get really hooked on this, fascination with the law of attraction, manifestation, and all that stuff, and really put it up in the, very mystical and really high up there in the clouds sort of techniques and processes, like things are just going to poof out of thin air, which in a sense, yeah, they can, but however, in most reality, it's basically an unfoldment of events that lead you up to that manifestation or that goal that you want to attain. And so along with doing that is basically you have to keep it very simple at first. You want to test and practice your methods, and the biggest secret on how to manifest anything that you want, that you truly feel that you desire, and that it's at your core essence, is that learning how your subconscious mind works. That is the biggest key secret in manifesting, because your subconscious mind, it is the seat to your outer reality. And when you really break down that word subconscious, it's below your conscious level of awareness. So when you are working on manifesting something and you get the visualizations going on and the vision boards and all sorts of other techniques, and you're like, well, why isn't this working? Well, are you taking the information from your conscious mind, which runs 5% of your daily life, and programming it into your subconscious mind? So therefore, which subconscious mind runs 95% of your waking life, where it's a bunch of habits that you do that are on autopilot. So if you can get that in your subconscious mind, your body is the unconscious mind. It will walk into that directive, or your intuition will tell you what to do, or you'll just get that inspired action to take to get you to that next level. Now, for example, the key thing on hacking into your subconscious mind, because I truly believe, like, if you look at the human body, it's nothing more than a biocomputer. You have your brain, which sends the signals to your body, and then, hey, I need to move, or hey, I need to do this, and it's nothing more than electrochemical impulses that fire in the neurons of your brain and send those electric pulses through your body to move, talk, speak, or use your five senses. So when using your subconscious mind, and that is probably the most important thing that you need to understand on how it works, is that when you finally tell it something and that it starts to register, you will literally program your body, and it will feel as if you are living in that event. Your subconscious mind does not know fact from fiction. It takes everything very literally. The thing that does know fact from fiction is your conscious mind. However, if your conscious mind is aware enough because you could have somebody come up to you and tell you any form of information, and if you're very naive, your conscious mind will believe it, send that information to your subconscious mind, and you literally become that person over time if you are not aware of how to process information and can tell what is fact from truly fiction, or what is a legitimate source of information. So we can use this to our advantage, though. Now, if you tell your subconscious mind that you're rich, you probably won't believe that you are rich, because you haven't really built that fortitude yet in your mind. But if you use words of neutrality that are basically words that have no emotional fixation, in a sense, like if you say I am rich, well, you don't really feel it because you're not. But if you say the word health, wealth, or rich, or money, or lots of money, or lots of abundance, there really is no inner resistance to it, because you're saying words that are neutral. And so when we want to hack into our subconscious mind, there's a couple different techniques, but basically you just get into a relaxed state, take a few deep breaths, and then you start dimensionalizing in your mind what it would feel like to have that manifestation. So what would it be like, to have the job of your dreams, the money that you truly desire, the love of your life, or, just the overall lifestyle that you want to accomplish and live into. And, sometimes, people say you need to meditate for, hours on end. That's not true whatsoever. You can meditate from 5 to 15 minutes. It's perfectly fine. And the whole thing about meditation is the word roughly translated means to get to know yourself. And so when you're getting to know yourself, you're getting beyond your limitations, you're getting beyond your outer environment, you're shutting all that down, you're taking a look within, and the moment you start focusing on your inner self, that's when your brainwave patterns start slowing down, and they start going from high beta to alpha to theta brainwave. The theta brainwave state is the key area, or the optimal area, wavelength, to start programming your mind when you want to do visualizations or affirmations in your mind. You just start repeating it right before you go to sleep, which is a great time. It's one of the techniques that Neville Goddard and even Dr. Joseph Murphy suggest in their books, and I highly suggest you check out their materials, that prior to sleep, you start using all your vivid imagination, your 5 senses, when you're dimensionalizing in your mind that outcome. So, the wealth you want, the love, abundance, all that. And you start using every bit of information that you can get with your 5 senses as it starts to crystallize more and more, and the more you start doing it over and over as you go to sleep. So you are programming your subconscious mind, and it feels like it is literally in that moment right here and now. Because if you think about it, you can't go to the past, you can't go to the future, you are here and now. But what you're doing is that you are linking on to a probability in the quantum field of possibility. You're linking on to a future outcome and bringing it here and now. And if you can do that enough times, if you go to sleep, do the sleep meditation or the sleep technique, or if you feel comfortable meditating for 5 to 15 minutes in stillness, which is also a great technique to just calm your mind down in general and to keep your body patient, that will work as well too, because you're wiring the neurons in your brain to feel as if that outcome has already happened. Now, for example, when I talk about the neurons of the brain, when you are practicing something, the neurons in your brain are not fixed yet because you're learning it. But the more you learn a skill, or the more you start reading and start getting more knowledge on something, it starts to wire and crystallize that information. That's exactly what you are doing when you are dimensionalizing or visualizing a certain outcome of a manifestation that you want. You are over and over working your brain, which is like a muscle. And when you do that, you program your subconscious for that event. And now when you start doing that, you're going to start seeing the synchronicities and coincidences that will start happening to let you know that you're on the right track. And the more you keep doing that, the more you will subconsciously, start telling yourself that you already have that outcome. So I'm not worried about it happening because I already have it here and now. And so that's the thing is, like I say, people wait for, I'm going to be happy once I get this, or the dream job, or the love of my life. That's when I'll be happy. No, be happy now, because when you do that, you're sending gratitude out to the universe, or the energy field that's out there, and saying thank you for this manifestation or event ahead of the actual event. So you're basically sealing the deal. You don't try to figure out how it's going to happen. You don't try to predict it, because if you try to figure out or predict, your ego is getting in the way. Now, for me, for example, when it came to manifesting my financial freedom, at first I'm like, oh, there's no possibility. I'm like, you know what? All right, relax, get out of your own way, take a deep breath, meditate for about 5 minutes, or start doing some affirmations. I start feeling better, raising my vibration back again to get me back on track. You're going to have some doubts that are going to flow in, but the more you just keep doing it and doing it and doing it, no matter what your outer reality or what your outer circumstances are, just keep doing it, because something unexpected is going to happen, and you'll basically be getting a wink from the universe saying, hey, it's I'm on the right track. It'll be a crazy synchronicity or coincidence, and it's like it really pierces the veil in your mind that we literally are all energetic beings that are all connected together. And so when you're popping things in your subconscious mind and really programming it, you'll start going into those events and unconsciously walking into certain people, places, and things, and start getting inspired by it. Really quickly, if you look in the link below or click in the link below, I have a 30-day a 30-day well-being and abundance meditation. You don't have to sit or any sort of positions. You just listen to it as you sleep, because your subconscious mind is constantly running. Even when you sleep, it is listening to everything that is going on. You just listen to that, and it programs in your mind, and it starts to crystallize, and you start becoming that person. And the idea when it comes to this law of attraction and manifestation stuff is to keep it very simple. If you find a book that really resonates best with you, stick to that one book until you get it down, or that bit of information or video or whatever. Stick to that, and then as soon as you get that down and you feel confident with it, then I would suggest go off and look at different books and all sorts. There's a great book called The Science of Getting Rich by Wallace D. Wattles, I believe. Hopefully I said the guy's name right. It's kind of a tongue twister. That, find one piece of information, get it down. Don't start going down the rabbit hole, because then you are spreading your energy thin. You want it to be more of like laser light focus, especially with your subconscious mind. And you'll probably get to a time and point to where, you write things on a note card, and you got your, affirmations that you write on there, and you feel real good about it, and then boom, when you least expect it, it happens. But the thing is that it takes time. It could happen in a day, it could happen in a week, in a month, even years. But if you just stick with it, you will get that manifestation, but it must be in core alignment with your true being. So for example, it's like if you want to be wealthy and abundant with the job that you want, well, what would that be like? You need to be specific. You need to be clear on what it is. Don't get so tuned to where you're mentally using a microscope to get everything perfect. No. What I call get generally specific. What would it be like? What would it feel like? What type of friends would you be having? What would you be doing at this job? The type of people that you'd be working with, or if you want to work for yourself, what type of job would you, pick? Would it be like a chef, or, some form of business that you run on your own, and all the happiness and financial freedom that it's going to bring you? So start getting creative with that and start dimensionalizing that in your subconscious mind. And the more you start doing that, it'll start to crystallize, and you start becoming that person. And the other thing too is that when you start getting negative thoughts in there, they're only thoughts. They're not real. And one of the best ways for me to counteract that is I'll have my vision board, next to my bed. I'll look at it really brief. I'm like, oh, whatever. That's just a bunch of nonsense thoughts. Because thoughts are nothing unless I give them power to them. And then I start becoming those thoughts and start freaking myself out. No, you don't want to do that. So it just takes a little bit of practice to calm yourself down, get into that state of gratitude, of dimensionalizing your manifestation, and then have a good time, like you're actually in there manipulating the energy that's in your in your imagination, and having all sorts of fun with the lifestyle or whatever it is that you want to manifest, so you can really get into it. And then once you're done, then let it go. Don't think about it anymore, or don't like hardcore think about it, or think about how this is going to happen. That's none of your business. I mean, you can have like a note card with affirmation on there, read it a couple times, and then put it away and just go about your business, because things happen very easily and naturally when you get out of your own way and you start becoming that person, and you start running into the resources or the people that have a certain set of knowledge that is for you to absorb, for you to gain that monetary value, or the dream job that you want. Because I get it all the time to where, law of attraction is wishful thinking, and stuff doesn't just fall right in your lap. I'm like, no, that's not how that works. You have an unfoldment of situations, or people, places, and things that you will walk into very gradually for you to attain that manifestation. So again, keep it very simple at first, and take it with ease, and simplify everything that you do. So again, if you like this video and found this information useful, please hit the like, share, subscribe button, and the bell notification for future videos, so I can help you create the reality that you want with simplicity, and to help you become your best version. Thank you very much. Blessings.